Alright, well, hang on. Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've been live. A lot has been happening since, well, you probably know by now, but it's been a week since Snow Fox came out, so this is the one time of the entire month I even have time to do a live stream. Like, literally, this is kind of my only opportunity to even get this done. So I guess we'll start going into it. LLW9 fan, Astro Gamer, ooh, oh my god, I need so much. Ooh. Supersonic Richie, Crash Fan Bro, hello, we just started, Crash Fan Bro. We actually just started the stream. Hello, Dino Eggington. So, I think we know the drill by now. Snow Fox has been out for a week. People probably have questions, so I'm here to answer them for the next hour or so before jumping into Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Game Gear, because that's the game most people wanted, apparently. So, Tails the Jester, Ludmila Nunes Arredondo, Sahir Bishun, Kauzaya, Kevin Henley, Shattuck. Hello! Okay, so now let's get to questions. Supersonic Richie. Was this animation supposed to be uploaded on January? I knew January was not realistic. I wanted this out by February, but those first 2 months that I worked on this, November, December, it just didn't work out for me. November, it was the first time I was really working on animations again since getting hired full-time, and I found making the time for it very difficult. I'd get easily tired. I've adapted into that now, but in November, it was kind of difficult for me to balance that time. And then December was Christmas time. I knew I was going to be busy Christmas time, so that slowed things down again. Hi, Jax. What time episode 7's going to be ready? You're not getting that answer here. There is never an answer until it's actually done. Until then, no answers. Well, what progress? Okay, one thing, everyone. Don't ask questions about episode 7. I have no answers to give you, so this is about Snow Fox, not episode 7. Just remember that. If you ask about episode 7, I have no answers to provide you, okay? Let's remember that. Let me see. I saw another question about snow, I think. Where was the snow question? There was a snow question, right? Oh, there it is. Kazuya, how did I animate the snow? Well, the snow on the ground and the snow falling are two separate things. The snow, it's basically just a model that's a whitish block that I scaled to make much larger, and I plastered a whole bunch of them along the ground to make it look like snow. And the snow falling, that's a particle effect that I downloaded on the Source Filmmaker workshop. And I would just have to place them by the windows to make it look like it was snowing. It has a habit of lagging SFM a lot when it's on, so I keep it invisible until I need it. Oh, help! But, yeah, let's see here. Here we are. Alright, so, like, hang on. We're going to swap over for a quick little bit here, and yeah, I figure people will want to see some stuff, ask some questions, so I decided to open up one of the animation files here. I'm going to get rid of the aperture for the time being, so we can get rid of the blur, and see, yeah, see, here's the snow, and this is just what the house looks like. The rest, yeah, there's a spring tree here, and, there is no snow anywhere else on this map. I just have it placed all around the house and any neighboring areas that you could see to create the illusion of winter, because there is no winter map for this, so I have to improvise. This is really all there is. See, there's no snow anywhere else. No snow. I use the program you just saw, Shattuck, Source Filmmaker. That's how I make them. Well, W9 fan, all members get is like 1 30-second sneak peek a month. It's not much, and I intentionally try to hide the bigger story stuff from members anyway. And is it difficult for Sonic to find Robotnik in the deep snow? Oh, absolutely. His spin dash can get rid of the snow, but he's still gonna be really cold. Lumina, why you... Grammar, Lumina, it should be, why don't you put Amy in this episode? And the reason I didn't put Amy in the episode is because that's not what the requester asked for. The requester gave us story outline. Amy was not a part of it at all, so she wasn't in it. She wasn't in the request, so I didn't put her in. If the requester wanted Amy in there, then Amy would have been in there, but that's not how the story goes, so... how's my day going? Well, there's been a little bit of stress within the past 24 hours. I don't really want to delve into the details, but it's been a little annoying recently. I've been trying to make time to relax, though. Oh, what, Shattuck? What made you want to make this story with Sonic and Tails? Well, Sonic and Tails are my favorite fictional characters of all time. They give me a lot of comfort. And sometime when I was in high school, I found this fan fiction series of like Sonic and Tails when they were younger, Sonic taking care of Tails, and Sonic was 9, Tails was 2. I thought it was really freaking adorable, and I really got into reading those back in the day. And then after playing Sonic Generations and finding classic Tails absolutely adorable, it sort of started becoming my go-to mindset, modern Sonic and classic Tails, because I thought it was adorable. And then at one point, after seeing enough Source Filmmaker videos and then finding a tutorial for it as well, I was like, maybe I want to try this. And then I just started coming up with these ideas in my head for like an ongoing story to tell, but I also decided that I needed to make some smaller animations to get more comfortable. When I think the animation quality is good enough, I'll start going into it. Craftman bro, you know this animation could be a possibility of how Tails got sick in Tails Sickness episode since the snowman's sick. That's actually not correct, Craftman bro. If I remember correctly, Tails' sickness took place in September. This one takes place in January. That's 4 months later, so they're not at all connected. Not at all connected. W9, is Tails growing up in the future episodes of Tails That Bond? Well, yeah, the Tails That Bond is going to take over the span of about 2.5 years or so, so naturally, everyone's going to grow up a little over the course of the Tails That Bond. Right now, there's not really room for that because, well, as of episode 6, it's only been a little over 2 weeks since Sonic and Tails met, so they haven't really grown up yet. But in future episodes, more time will pass, and eventually birthdays will come along and that sort of thing. Now, let's see here. You came back from Italy, Supersonic Bridge. It sounds fun. I've been to Italy before. It's a nice country. Well, I'm glad my videos comfort you, Jax. How many episodes are you gonna do? I guessed it would be around 30, but depending on how much I end up fleshing out the story, it'll probably end up being more than that. Area. Is Sonic 2 on Game Gear like the 8-bit versions of Sonic 1 and 2? Not really. The Game Gear version of Sonic 2 is actually a completely different game. It's a sequel to the Game Gear / Master System Sonic 1, which itself was a completely different game from the Genesis game. It was sort of like its own alternative series, the Game Gear titles. They play similarly, but they're not the same games. And the Game Gear version of the Game Gear Sonic 2 is a much crueler game than the Genesis Sonic 2. Shattuck, how do I make the voices for the videos? I use my own voice.
I just adjust them to whatever I need.
Though it's a little hard to do right now because I think my spring allergies have started coming back after 13 years of going away, so it's kind of hard to do the voices right now. You can probably hear my voice, even right now, isn't fully cleared up. I hate allergies. Sunshine. I couldn't help but notice Tails goes from pronouncing Sonic's name as Sonic to Sonic. Has he gotten a bit older? Well, this takes place in January, so Tails would have been 3 years old for about 2.5 months by that point. By that time frame, I imagine that his speech has developed significantly. So in that case, yes. For the Tails That Bond, he is still 2, but this being a winter animation, of course his birthday was already going to be passed, so I needed to represent him as a little older, a little more mature, that sort of thing. Did I watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Quite frankly, I really could not care less to watch it. It doesn't interest me. Oh, bye, Shattuck. I've never played a Prince of Persia game, so I don't know if it's the kind of game for me. Yes, I know. I'm actually the voice actor for all the characters in these animations of mine, including the random characters like the bullies in episodes 1 and 5. Very Jovi Gotcha, coming from Italy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Am I saying this correctly? Calzaya? I don't know. How did you do Sonic screaming when he was calling out for Tails? It's called imagining the scene in your head and just feeling the emotions that Sonic would be feeling. When you're voice acting, most of the time you only have a script. Maybe in some studios you can see some storyboards for what the scene will be like, but for the most part, all you really have to rely on is the script given to you. So you have to imagine the entire scene in your head, put yourself in the character's shoes, and even do some physicality to really feel like you're the character. Again, it would be harder for me to do it right now because spring allergies have started redeveloping for me again, so my throat's not as clear as it could be. And I have a slight cough, so probably it will be hard to do. And plus, if I do it, I'll probably overload the mic and hurt your ears, so. But yeah, you just have to imagine the scene in your head, get the physicality of the character, and let the emotions out. You got to become the character. You have to believe that you are the character you're voicing. It's different from acting because, well, you're not really doing real-world interactions. You're using your imagination and trying to make your voice based on that imagination. It's not something everyone can do. Have I ever played Metal Gear Solid? Nope, I've only ever played a few minutes of the NES game. How do you make the map look like it's nighttime? There's a nighttime map. There's a nighttime map for Suburbia, which is naturally darker, so that makes things easier. I then like to use blue lights to, 1, keep it from getting too dark so that you can actually see what's going on, and 2, it's good atmosphere. It's good atmosphere. You know, one thing with me, Shattuck, if I'm going to play a game in a series, I don't feel satisfied unless I start from the beginning, generally. I do that with just about any game franchise I touch. I usually prefer to start at the beginning, even if the first games are kind of rough. I can't help it. Savannah Whitehouse, how long was Tails out in the snow? It's safe to say that he was in the snow for at least an hour and a half, buried in there, struggling to get out because the snow was too heavy. Thanks, Dino. Hunter, Broken Hero Kid. Did Sonic and Tails get sick after the Snow Fox episode since they were out in the cold for too long? Well, maybe. Probably not. Sonic was at least in battle, so all the motion he was doing was enough to keep him warm. Tails probably needed to rest for a couple days after that. Kazuya, was it intentional to make Tails look blue when Sonic dug Tails out? Yes. He was really freezing up, so I wanted to make him look more unwell. So I changed his fur color to have a bluish tint to it to make it look like he was freezing to death, as if he would turn into an icicle in a few minutes. Bye, Shattuck. W9 Finn, how did you discover SFM? Probably the same way many Sonic fans did back in the mid-2000s. They started looking for, like, Sonic fan stories to watch, and then they just stumbled upon a video that says, like, SFM. Tails fights for bagels or something, I don't know. You just find something. Likely one of the first SFM videos I ran into was probably Sonic Prologue back in 2014. It was one of the early SFM animations to be something bigger than just a quick 30-minute gag video. And then you start seeing the other big SFM YouTubers of the time for Sonic, you know, like Mike Darklighter, Sasso Studio, Shao759. You eventually start stumbling upon those guys, and yeah, that was sort of how I discovered it. Once I got Steam, I realized that Source Filmmaker was available on Steam, and then I started looking up like a little tutorial, and I saw one from a guy who was known as RZ Productions. He renamed himself to Veil Fox, and he did an SFM tutorial explicitly using Tails, which I followed suit when I decided to animate my first test animation back in 2016. And then I didn't release another animation until 2019 because high school got so busy that I had no time to learn Source Filmmaker, so I had to hold it off for a while. Kratz Fanbro, what do Sonic and Tails do off screen when the episodes end? Life just goes on. Like in Snow Fox, they slept in the living room. That sort of thing. They just kind of get on with their life, and nothing extreme really happens. They're just living life. They're talking, they're like having fun playing with each other. They eat. They just do normal life things. W9 Fan. Is the bullies of the first episode return in a future episode? No, because they live in a completely different town. The town that Tails was in the first episode of the Tails That Bond is like at least 100 miles away from where Sonic lives. Hence why it took a bit of time for Sonic to get home during the rain in episode 2. They were about 100 miles away, so no, we're not going to see them again because we're not going back to that town. The story is already told there, so those bullies have served their purpose. They're not a part of the story anymore. That was just to show what Tails' life was like. Now that they're away from there, well, that's it. So, no, we're not going to see them again. I'll just have some water while I wait for another question. Hi, Savannah White House. How long was Tails out in the snow? You must have not been here when this question was asked earlier. He was outside for about an hour and a half or so, and and before Tails went outside, Sonic was already gone for like 2 hours, so Sonic was out for 3.5 hours, Tails was buried in the snow for about 3.5 hours of it, so yeah, it was getting kind of late. But yeah, you probably weren't here when I was asked that the first time. Kratz Fanbro, will the police from Episode 5 return in Episode 7? I can't say if they'd return in episode 7 specifically, but given the area they live in, it is possible we might see them again someday. When that will happen? Who knows? I mean, maybe I know, but even if I did know, would I tell you? It's not fun to reveal future story details that you don't know about. I need to keep the mystery, you know? It's not fun if I tell you everything that's happening in the animation before it comes out, but maybe we will see them again someday. They actually live in the area, so that's possible. I'll say that. It's possible. They could show up again. They could show up next episode. They could show up 4 episodes from now. It just depends on where the story goes. 100 episodes, I don't know if it would ever go to 100, not at all. No, not that many. If I did that, I might never finish this series in my lifetime. I can't do that. What about Knuckles in the standalone video, The Thankful Fox? Will he be returned? Yes, I just want to properly introduce him into the Tales That Bond before I use him again, so that when he does make his introduction in the Tales That Bond, it feels more special. When I'm set to introduce a character in the Tales That Bond, I don't want to use them in any other projects until I properly introduce them. Like, if I made an animation with Knuckles about 2 episodes before I introduce Knuckles into the Tales That Bond, it wouldn't be that exciting when we see him, because it's like, oh, hey, okay, Knuckles is gonna be in this now, cool. We've already gotten used to seeing him. So, yeah. Eventually, Knuckles will be introduced. I just like to wait for the time to be right. Would Sonic beat up one of Tails' bullies? Oh, absolutely. He absolutely would. He would not want to show a bully of Tails any mercy, especially if he sees a bully physically hurting Tails in front of his eyes. That will make Sonic very angry, and you don't want to make Sonic very angry. Because when Sonic's angry, he is a very violent hedgehog. Crash Fan Bro, what will Knuckles think of Tails if we ever see him again? That's an answer for a future time, not an answer for today. I'm not gonna answer that. It's too far in the future for that kind of thing. I'm not answering that.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Do we have other questions? Any questions at all? I know there's one question I've seen that hasn't been asked in this stream yet. And that would be why Sonic didn't see Tails out in the snow earlier. Maybe I'll just answer that one right now while I wait for more questions. So, back to showing source filmmaker. Okay, let's go to an appropriate shot here. Okay, so, like, let's say, yeah, I'm getting rid of the snow so that I can actually use this. It's still snowing. I don't have the shot highlighted. I want snow, okay? There. So, I know a lot of people got frustrated when Sonic did not see Tails' hand right there. You're like, how could he have not seen it? Well, the answer lies in the very previous shot. You see how dark this is? You see how dark this shot is? This is what we're able to see because I want to make sure we can actually see what's going on. So as an audience, we see this. As Sonic sees this. This is what it really looks like outside. It's nearly pitch black outside. It's a snowstorm, the power's out, the moonlight is being blocked by clouds. So, what Sonic sees is that. See? Okay, so here's the door. Do you see Tails' hand? Do you see Tails' hand? Do you see it at all? No, I bet you can't. That's because this is how dark it actually is. We have it brighter in the other shots so that we, as an audience, can see the important details. The blue is the atmospheric theatrical lighting for ourselves. When we go to Sonic's point of view, we get a more realistic lighting. This is what Sonic is able to see. So while we see this pretty much, if we get rid of the lights and make the camera a little darker, try to make this as dark as I can. Oh geez, it doesn't want to get any darker than this. But yeah, okay, if I just hold on a certain frame. This is roughly what Sonic sees, for the most part. I can't make it any darker, though. But yeah, this is what Sonic sees. This is how dark it really is. That's why Sonic didn't see Tails, because it is so dark outside, his hand is not visible unless Sonic shines it directly into the flashlight. But by the time it would have been shining, Sonic was already looking away. So the light shined on Tails' hand for a quick second, but because Sonic was already facing the door, he didn't see him. So that's to put that question to rest. Sonic didn't see Tails and help him out right away because it was too dark to see. And the one time the light was shining on Tails' hand, Sonic was already looking towards the door, because as far as Sonic was concerned, there's nobody outside. So, I hope we understand that now. I'm going to get the primary image back up now. There we go. Okay, cool. Glad I got to show that. Yeah, never mess with an angry blue fast hedgehog indeed. If Sonic was depressed because of Tails' sad story, you could say that. Yeah, it was too dark for him. Yeah, see, you can see it here. How did Sonic trip? Well, when Sonic started looking for Tails, his foot rammed into Tails' body and he tripped on Tails' body. That's how Sonic tripped. Like, he was trying to find Tails, he didn't know where he was, and then boom. Ah!
I don't like this demonstration, it hurts.
Sorry. That's how Sonic tripped. Craftman Bro. What if Sonic never found Tails in the snow, for he never came back home from the battle with Scrambled Eggman? Well, Tails will be dead. Simple as that. He would have froze to death. All alone, terrified, and slowly dying. And it would be painful. That's what would happen. Thank you, 100 Broken Hero Kid. I imagine the "oh hell no" vibe in response to how dark it was for Sonic. Yeah. You can imagine how daunting it would seem for Sonic, trying to search for Tails in the utter darkness of a freezing snowstorm. He didn't even put on the jacket because that would have taken too much time. He had to find Tails immediately. Brandon Murphy. Hello, Brandon Murphy. You got a question. How do you keep making Tails sound so adorable that I want to give him a hug? Let's see if I remember the correct words for this.
It's a falsetto voice, but you don't have spring allergies.
And then, well, yeah. I pretty much just go into a high squeaky voice. I try to base it off of classic Tales from Sonic Generations. That's where my base set for the voice comes from, because, well, I think he sounds adorable in Sonic Generations. And maybe a hint of Tales from Sonic Heroes, because honestly, His voice in Sonic Heroes never annoyed me. As a matter of fact, it was because of that voice that I started picking Tails as my favorite character, because I thought he sounded really cute back when I was an 8-year-old boy playing Sonic Heroes. And then, of course, the rest comes from the facial expressions and just how small he is. It's not Sonic, the name's Blue Speed Mouse.
Hey, I'm not a mouse.
Sonic, it's a joke.
I don't like the joke.
Is Sonic single? Why? Why? Crash Fanbro, does Scrambled Eggman know where Sonic lives? Possibly, but he'd probably also realize that just going straight up to Sonic like that might be too easy for Sonic, so he doesn't bother. Tails is a cute character in general. He absolutely is. Tails is also cute in Class of Virtue. He certainly is. What is my Octoling form was saving Tails from danger? Then just how would Tails feel about that? What? I'm sorry, I'm confused. What? I don't know what you're saying. Alright, would Sonic and Tails go to eat? Not during the Tails That Bond era, because that would mean having Tails out in public for all to see, and everyone will be staring, and Tails will be feeling uncomfortable, and someone's bound to make a crude remark at some point. So no, not during the Tails That Bond universe. Not during that timeline. Nowadays, absolutely, but during the Tails That Bond era, no, Sonic's intentionally trying to keep Tails more private from the world. Ronnie Holt, I noticed Tails didn't have a speech impediment anymore. Well, that's because he's a few months older in Snow Fox. He's been 3 for about 2.5 months by the events of Snow Fox, so his speech developed more because he got older. He's smarter by that point. Question for Tails 109. What was Amy doing in the Snow Fox episode at her house, since we already know what was going on with Sonic and Tails? Well, she just would have been in the house with Vanilla the Rabbit and the baby Cream, and Amy would probably be drinking hot chocolate. You know, just what you would do. They'd probably be wrapping up in blankets to stay warm after the power goes out. Where did Sonic get the flashlight? From a closet. It was in a closet. Sonic just opened the door to the closet, which is the door right across from the living room. He just got it there. Kazaya, how would everyone stop seeing him as a freak? For that answer, you probably have to wait for the finale of the Tails That Bond for that answer, so you're not getting that answer for probably 20 years. I'm sorry. It's a marshmallow world. Well, not in this one. No, definitely not. This isn't a marshmallow world. It's an icicle world. Not even. I don't know what it is. Does anyone know anyone that would like to come into the stream to ask a question? I'm starting to fear we might actually be running out of ideas for questions. Is Tails smarter than Sonic? I mean, overall, he has a much higher IQ. It's not as noticeable in the early stages, but Tails is already able to speak perfectly well by 3 years old. He's able to move just fine. his true genius is still sort of hidden. Tails hasn't realized that potential quite yet, but overall, yes, Tails is generally smarter than Sonic, yes. In your intro for the Tales of the Bond series, that sounds like the Family Home Entertainment logo. That's because it is the audio from the Family Home Entertainment logo, and the whole painting thing is inspired by that. I have immense nostalgia from that Family Home Entertainment logo. I used to see it all the time on the VHS tapes of Christmas specials I had as a kid, so I had to do it. I had to do it. It was so nostalgic that the first time I heard it again, just stumbling upon it back in like, what was it, 2021, I actually started crying because it was so nostalgic. It made me so emotional. So I decided I wanted to make it, and I would use it for all my animations, because it's nostalgic. How do I do the bully leader's voice? Which one? The one from episode 1, or Gary the Blackbird from episode 5? By the way, I don't know how to explain the voice. For the leader, you just go sort of mesmerizing. For Gary, I guess you consider it a bit of a Brooklyn voice. I don't know if it's Brooklyn, but I'm gonna say it's Brooklyn. Okay, I'll be waiting, Hunter. Kazuya, well, the interpretation, never. It's too nostalgic. I can't change it. I cannot change it. Ever. Never. Tails is also too cool for school. He's too smart. School might actually seem kind of boring to him because it might be too easy, and they won't let him tinker because he might blow up something. He wouldn't fit in school. It's too simple for him. Although, in my headcanon, I like to imagine once he gets older, he decides to go to college for like a teaching degree so he can be like a science teacher at a high school and express his adoration for science and inventing to future generations, and start being a protector for any students that get bullied and take it very seriously, constantly butting heads with the higher-ups of the school who don't really want to deal with that kind of stuff because that sometimes happens with schools. That's sort of my headcanon of like an adult Tails. You know, like after Eggman can't really do anything anymore because he's too old, and Sonic's just out doing his own thing in the world. I imagine that's what Tails starts doing when he's not just doing more tinkering for the heck of it. I'm going way off tangent, but that's my headcanon for Tails as an adult. Can anyone else see that happening? I feel like Tails here would sound cute if he spoke German. Well, I don't think I'll be able to give evidence of that because I don't speak German. I wouldn't even know how to speak German. Well, Tails is about changing the intro as he gets older. Well, he'd probably get taller. I've pondered about his eyes adapting from like the classic black to the more modern blue once he starts like really getting older. I'm not certain if I'd go through with that yet, but it was an idea that I had. Maybe like when Tails is almost 5, maybe. That sort of stuff. I haven't thought too much because, well, it's still so far away. Good for Tails in the future. And Tails as a teacher will be so passionate that every student that hears about him will just hope and beg that they get him for a science teacher because he would make science class so much fun. Can Tails dig up holes in snow and dirt since the herd foxes can dip and hop in holes? I don't do enough studying with animals to know that kind of stuff, so I guess maybe he could, but I don't know. He's an anthropomorphic fox, so we do anthropomorphic human-like qualities, and humans wouldn't do that, so I guess not. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't know. He's too young. He's not good at it. So I don't know. Either way, the snow was a little too heavy, and well, he got buried, so. I have a coded rage. What I meant was, if there's a Splatoon X Tails that bond, and say my Octoling from form saved both Sonic and Tails from danger with my Splatano or my... I don't know. I guess they'd be grateful, but I'm gonna be honest, I've never touched Splatoon, so... The whole thing is sort of a mind screw to me, personally. Kratz Fanbro. Will you stop doing the cute little classic Tails voice when you start using the grown-up Tails model? At most, I'm basically just using a grown-up Tails model for like an epilogue of sorts, when the story's like over for like the last couple minutes of the final episodes, when we like go back into the present time. But I basically be using classic Tails the whole way. The whole way, pretty much, because it leads up to that point of Tails' maturity. Will we ever see Amy's adopted mom? Someday, yes. Someday, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I can't read that anime. That's just gibberish. You're gonna have to give me something concrete, because I can't read that. Let's see if you're real. I'm gonna see if you're real, because if you're not, then you're... You might actually be a bot. You might actually be a bot, anime. You got till 4 o'clock to prove me wrong. Otherwise, I'm gonna assume you're a bot, and I'm probably gonna have to block you. Because you definitely seem like a bot. Tails makes baby fox noises. I guess. We don't want bots. Knight's Creation. I remember watching these videos a long time ago. Oh, really? Craft Fan Bro. When we see the rest of Amy's house, that's not just the living room and the kitchen. Yeah, there's not too much more to really see. It's basically just a hallway with a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. So it's pretty simple. And it's pretty simple because I had to make that house from scratch. And I really didn't want to make it any harder than I had to. So, yeah, there's not too much else to the house. You're not missing too much. Malextronite? Wait, what? Malextronite? What? Who's Malextronite? Oh! What would happen if Eggman discovers Tails? Well, considering early on, Eggman just kind of seemed more cruel. He would probably kidnap Tails and just turn him into a robot that would do, like, small tasks. That sort of thing. Unfortunate and terrifying, but it's probably what Eggman would do. Although, if he sees the 2 tails, he probably want to do some experiments, see if anything could be done with those 2 tails before turning him into a robot to try and increase the robot's capabilities. Thanks, Knight's Creation. W9 fan, once again. I wonder if Tails is now a teenager in the episode 10. Oh no, Tails is never going to be a teenager in this. He's not even a teenager in the games. He would definitely not be a teenager at any point in the Tails That Bond. You'd have to be 13 for that. And at oldest, Tails is usually considered to be 12. And I don't even know where that comes from. Yes, Kazuya, just like his dad. Yeah. And I can promise you, this is early on in Eggman's villain career, so roboticizing wasn't perfected quite as much, so it's overall in this time period a much more painful process as well, because it's not refined to just be quicker, as such there's more pain to it. Sort of think of Sonic SATAM roboticizing. Like, there's that one episode where Sonic has a nightmare, and at one point, like, you see Sally turn to a robot, and she's, like, screaming in agonizing pain. It would basically be like that. Just maybe even longer. Craft fan bro, what did Tails' parents' house look like? We're never going to see that. So the best I could do is try and just come up with something right now. But it would probably be like a typical 2-story house. The outside walls painted red. That sort of thing. Your standard house. How much, I don't want to get into how much of the Test Bound episode 7 is being done, because this has been a very busy month. I've had rehearsals just about every single day. I have rehearsals every single day for the next week, because I've got a show I'm performing in next weekend, so I have very little time to get it done. It's why I worked so hard to get Snow Fox done after my grandpa passed away, because I knew I'd have almost no time this month. So I got Snow Fox done as early as I could, just to make sure that everything will be fine, because I knew once April really started going full stream, I wouldn't really have time anymore. I barely had time for episode 7 as it is. I'm lucky to get about 2 hours a day now. That's not a lot of time to get anything done on Source Filmmaker, and I've got very little done so far this month. May will be different. I'll have so much free time in May that I hope to get at least 6 minutes of episode 7 done for May and June. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll even get 7 minutes done in a month. I'm hoping for that. Maybe. I don't know. I never thought about it because, well, as far as I'm concerned, for the most part, Tails is a bit too young to have any explicit memory, so he wouldn't really know what the house looked like anyway, so I never even thought about it. Quest idea. Sonic and Tails spend to Switch 2 console and play Mario Kart World. That would have to take place far in the future. Plus, it wouldn't work because I don't even have Mario Kart World. I can't record footage for that, so kind of out of my league unless I stole someone's game footage, which I probably shouldn't do. So that's not going to happen. And even then, I'm not looking to take animation requests right now because I really need to commit more time to the Tales of Bond episode 7. And if I add another project, I might never get episode 7 done until like November, and I don't want it to take that long. What year is in the Tales of Bond series? You see, there's a reason I've never given a year. I don't even know what year it's supposed to be in Planet Mobius, so I don't even bother with it. So instead, you basically do like what old fictional games did. It was like 2XXX because they didn't want to specify a year. Because when they did it with Mega Man 1, they said it was 2008. Then they realized that was ridiculous, so it became like 20XX instead. Are we gonna know more about Sonic's past? Because I know in episode 5 said something about an uncle, and that he was tearing up before Tails called for him. So did his uncle die? Oh yeah, we'll get into Sonic's past someday. I look forward to that episode. That one will be fun. If the model of the console is in SFM. Well, having the model of the Switch 2 is one thing, but I wouldn't have any gameplay footage to record. So I couldn't really, unless I took someone else's footage, and I don't know if I want to do that. And plus, I wouldn't want to play Mario Kart World anyway, because I hate racing games. They enrage me so much. Sorry you never got to know him, Area, and Super Secretary. How do you get Scooby-Doo episode clips on SFM? Okay, well, and mainly, maybe it's not something I should do because I might get in trouble with copyright one day. I just figured if I use like 2 seconds, it's fine. But I find a YouTube video, I go into full screen, I recorded using OBS. Then I have to place a green screen over the TV in SFM, and once it's rendered up, I have to go into Blender. I have to get all the frames that shows the TV, and then I have to shrink that video feed in Blender. I have to like shrink it down to a specific size so that it fits exactly into position, and do something called compositing, where I have to like match the green color key for the green screen and connect it to the video file of the Scooby-Doo episode clip, fit it in, and hope that it's at the exact scale and position that it shows up on the TV and doesn't get too big that you can't see it, or too small that it's only on part of the TV. And then I render that and I place that over the original footage on Blender. So it's actually a lot of frustrating steps. It's actually really frustrating. Really frustrating. So that's, yeah, it's very complicated. Every time I use the green screen, I still try to look up a video, and I have a file saved just so that I have most of the compositing stuff done, and I just have to, like, readjust what file I'm using. I like how I put at least one episode of the Tales of Bonnie. I try. It takes usually around 6 to 8 months to create just one episode. And if I take some time off of animation requests, I at least want May and June to not have to worry about that. Then I could get it done a lot faster. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll have it done by August. I hope. It's taking a long time, and I'm sorry about that, but this is the first time I'm really working on these animations since working full-time. And when I first started, I found it very difficult to balance working full-time and having the energy to animate after work. I'm much better at that now. I can do it without exhausting myself. But I had a concert this past weekend. I'm in a musical, Guys and Dolls. It's next weekend, and there's been like 3 rehearsals a week, and next week it's every day from like 7 p.m. to like 11 at night. And I don't get home till about 4:30, and then I go for a run so that I can stay healthy, and by the time I'm done, it's like 5 o'clock. I have until about 6:30 until I have to leave for rehearsal, so I don't even get like 2 hours a day to work on Source Filmmaker anymore because I'm just so busy. After next weekend, my time opens up dramatically. I get like an extra possibly 10 to 20 hours per week after that, which will be significant for working on episode 7. I bet you already have some ideas for Sonic Smash. Oh yeah, I pretty much already fully fleshed it out. It's just a matter of getting to the point in the story where I can tell it. Crash Fan Pro, is it me or did Tails' voice sound a bit deeper in episode 1 and 2, and then episode 3's voice got more higher and softer? Same with Sonic's. I don't know if it's me or what. Well, you could say I was still sort of trying to get more comfortable with animating Sonic and Tails. I didn't quite have the voices fully down yet, and the animation and the emotion was a little stiffer as well because I was still trying to get used to voicing them. Before I started doing animating, I never really did my Sonic voices in public. I always kept it private because I felt like I'd be made fun of if I actually did voices for them. Just here, yada yada yada. I was a high schooler. That's stuff people laugh at. So, in the first couple episodes of the Tales That Bond, I was still sort of adapting in a sense. Like, yeah, I had about like 3 or 4 animations in which I practiced with the voice, but I wasn't fully settled in yet. By like episode 3, I started getting more comfortable doing the voices, and they just start going in other directions as a result. It sort of happens when you work on something early on. How you sound ends up being kind of different compared to what comes after you've done it for a few years. So yeah, it probably was deeper in episode 1 and 2 because, well, I was still sort of getting comfortable. I still haven't done the voices that much by that point. It wasn't intentional. It just sort of how things happened. Have you ever thought of like hiring a team or getting help? No. I feel like if I do that, then it starts feeling a bit less like my identity in the animations. At this point, I like do things a certain way, and I feel like I get our people, A, you start feeling the differences. B, that it's Source Filmmaker, so like you have to share the files, and it has to get sent back to you, and then you gotta replace the old files. Source Filmmaker doesn't have a cloud set up, so if I have multiple people helping on me, that means I'd have to give everyone a copy of a pre-existing file, and then see what changes they make and how it compares to what I've done, and then get all that edited up. And honestly, given how Source Filmmaker works, it would probably be a lot more work than just doing it myself, because there's no real way of actually working on a unified file together. It's not possible on Source Filmmaker. So then you start getting like different shots that are clearly animated by different people, and there's no unified look that way. It's not like when you work in an animation studio and everyone's working in the same place, so they're all working on the same thing, so they can blend together. With Source Filmmaker, I don't get that luxury. So if I did that, it would start awkwardly looking like a different animation style every single shot, and that would probably be uncanny. As for the voices, I guess you could just say I just don't feel comfortable asking anybody. I just don't. I just feel a little bit weird about it, so... In Tales of that Bond episode 4, when scientists were watching the news about the weather on TV, that guy explained how the weather was going to be... I didn't voice the guy on the TV. That was my twin brother. And I asked him to do that because, well, he is a weatherman. So I figured, I'm not sure how to write a script for like a realistic sounding weather report, but my brother, who works on a weather station on TV, he would know how. So I gave him a base template on what the weather would be like, and I just had him improvise by there. And he made it sound natural and official. It pays having a weatherman for a brother, doesn't it? So yeah, that's the one time I didn't voice someone, but that's because A, he's a weatherman, B, he's my twin brother, so like, I've known him my entire life, clearly, and C, he was home at the time, so I was like, could you just help me with this? It was easy. That was my twin brother as the weatherman in episode 4. You want to get a team to help you with it from the beginning, and preferably be in a position where all you have to worry about is writing the story and supervising everything else. Yeah, if you're gonna get people to help you, it's probably better to try to get that established from the start. It'll help everyone maintain better consistency. I'm really far in now, so I feel like if I did that, it would be like, why is everything so different? Ew. I'm unsubscribing. Yeah, I have a twin brother. You have an animation request? Well, I'm not taking many new animation requests. I'm probably just gonna go back to that poll I made back in, like, what was it, September or something, about which one I should do next, because I, like, did an animation request contest months ago, and I want to give the runner-ups their fair chance of actually getting a chance for their stories to come to life. So you could probably give an animation request, but it's going to be in the back burner for a very long time, even if it is a good one. Just so you know, like, you could ask it, but I can promise you it's going to be a long while, because I've got, like, 3 other requests that I have in mind, and I want to give those a chance, since the people that gave those ideas out, they've been waiting a long time. I've got to give them a fair shot. But if you want, you could give the animation request, just maybe post it in a YouTube comment, because I'm going to lose it in this chat. So don't post it here. If you want to get the request, post it in a YouTube comment. Maybe on the Snow Fox video itself. Speaking of Snow Fox, I have to set the links for the questions regarding Snow Fox onto the main video. Comment pinned and description. Yeah. Oh, hey, it's 4 o'clock, so, looks like we have sort of reached the end of this Q&A portion of things, so I'm gonna break for a few minutes or so, and then we're going to get into Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Game Gear. I can't believe you people decided I need to play the one Sonic game that officially hates the player. You guys are evil. We'll be back, okay? Okay, well, wrong thing. So I guess it's time to start up Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Game Gear. I cannot believe you guys picked this one. Out of all the Game Gear Sonic games you could have picked, why did it have to be this one? Gotta unplug my computer mouse so I can fit in my controller. And I should start getting this live stream prepared on my phone so that I can actually still see what you guys are saying while playing the game. Now, for anyone that picked Sonic the Hedgehog 2 because it's like, oh, Sonic 2, you can play as Tails in that one. You didn't do your research because you cannot play as Tails in this one, because in this game, which was released in October 16th of 1992, marking the first ever appearance of Tails the Fox, which is why that's his birthday, Tails is kidnapped by Eggman. So the whole point of the game is to save him. Alright, let me just... Hi, Tricky M64, you're here. You missed the Q&A portion, but I suppose you could still ask questions. Alright, so let's get to it. Yes, Angelica, hello. Okay, so I did test this just to make sure this ROM worked, and yes, it's emulation, but I have this game in 2 official capacities. Oh, I hope this isn't too loud, actually. Hang on, is the game too loud? Anyways, here's the opening. Grabs him by the tails. I never even noticed that detail. I always thought it was from, like, the waist. So, yeah, I have this game in 2 official capacity, so I'm fine emulating this. I unlocked this on my GameCube copy of Sonic Adventure DX. I still have the memory card, and I have this on the Wii Virtual Console back, you know, when that was a thing. So, I guess before I play, yeah, this is not the Genesis Sonic 2. That wouldn't even release for another whole month. This came out about a month and 7 days before the Genesis game released. So in this game, you have to save Tails. In order to save Tails, you need to find the 6 Chaos Emeralds hidden in each of the 6 zones. If you get to the end of the game without all the Chaos Emeralds, Eggman effectively kills Tails permanently. If you don't get the Chaos Emeralds, Tails dies and it's all your fault. The rest of the series doesn't happen. So, and you had to pick this one. Now, the Master System version of this game, outside of a couple of blind jumps, the Master System version's not too bad. This Game Gear version, on the other hand, is quite possibly the hardest game in the entire series. The screen crunch is absolutely abysmal in this version of the game, and a lot of sections are just made to be harder. Like, I've been in the Master System version of the game. I've gotten in the good ending, I've saved Tails and all that. I have never gotten past the first boss in this Game Gear version, because it's so much harder. Anyways, with all that said, I'm going to try and beat it and save Tails, because if not, Tails is gonna get a laser through the heart! Alright, so let's see how I do. Again, the screen crunch is really... In Sonic 1 on the Game Gear, they actually accounted for the screen crunch quite nicely, and it's very playable. Not so much this version of the game. This version of Sonic 2... it's terrible. Look at this, you can barely see anything. Wait, I want to go up. Yeah, this is that game. Maybe I want to go up. The Chaos Emeralds are generally in Act 2, so for Act 1, we really only have to worry about finishing the act, and I got some extra lives at least. Okay, this first zone for the most part is still not very difficult. Okay, so there's 4 symbols you can get from the signs. If you get an Eggman, nothing happens. If you get a ring, you get 10 extra rings. Sonic's an extra life, and if you get a Tails, which supposedly I read only happens if you collect exactly 77 rings and get no extra lives in the level, then you'll get Tails, which is an extra continue. So basically, if you get a Tails, it's basically Sonic reminding himself, my bro's life is at stake, I cannot give up. Yes. Okay, so here's Act 2. So to get the Chaos Emerald, we need to stay at the top. If we fall to the bottom at all, we can't get the Emerald. So we need to stick to the top path. That's not a path. If this game has any one mercy, it's generally that if you get a Chaos Emerald, I believe it does actually give you a continue. So there's one mercy this game provides you, it's that. I don't know. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, I am not missing this. So I'm not getting a Tails on this. Okay, there we go. So we got the first Emerald. So I got the first Emerald, so that's good. Okay. This is where the game officially stops being easy. In this Game Gear version of the game, the easy part's already done. We're already into torture now. Oh, Angelica, I can't really show the proof of that question right now, but if you look earlier in the stream, I showed just how dark it really was for Sonic. Oh, I hate doing this. There's no spin dash in this game, by the way. You have to build up momentum and then roll. There is no spin dash. That wouldn't be introduced until the Genesis Sonic 2. Alright, here we go. I hate this boss. The screen crunch is terrible. To beat this boss, you need to dodge the cannonballs that Robotnik sends. Now, in the Master System version, you can see maybe about 3 times as much here, and the cannonballs just go in one basic pattern. In this version, this is the screen you get, and the cannonballs move randomly. This is the first boss. This is the first boss. You have like 1 second to react to whatever happens, and it's different every time. I have never beaten this boss. Look at that! How are you supposed to react to this? I did it? I did it? I did it! Wait a minute! I never did progress! Oh, by the way, one thing this Game Gear version has over the Master System version, the boss music is so much better. I cannot believe I just beat that boss on my first try. I thought for sure I was dead on that last hit. I beat Zone 1, okay. Alright, Sky High Zone. Oh, Tails wishes he was having that kind of fun instead of being kidnapped. Yeah, this game is brutal. Okay, so I'm still terrified because I don't really have these stages memorized, so the screen crunch is gonna be really bad in this game. Like, you see how little you can see? Everything's a blind jump in this version. I'll try and get 44 rings so I can get an extra continue from Tails. Ooh, the invincibility. Oh, shoot, didn't mean to do that. Where do I go? Where do I go? What? What's going on? I'm gonna need this. That happened! I don't know how I'm not dead. Well, anyways, I picked up a 1-up, so I can't even get the Tails. But the Chaos Emerald should have given me a continue, so that should be fine. Alright, you have to, like, tap left to try and gain some height here. Might as well try and get a 1-up. I did not get a 1-up. Give me rings! No! Okay. Okay, now I somehow have to find the Chaos. This is probably one of the most difficult Chaos Emeralds to get. Especially with Screen Crunch. I hate this level. This might be one of the hardest levels in the game. Yes, I know we're only in Zone 2. This is probably one of the hardest levels in the game. Just try and accumulate some speed. Very nice. That's right, lift me up. Ah! Okay, don't get hit by him. Where do I go now? I have no idea. Okay, follow the rings. Follow the rings. Okay, good. That's where I want to be. No. Go up. I don't even know where I am. Wait, I don't want this. No, Sonic, I don't want this. Get off, get off. Get off, Sonic, come on. There. Ow. Well, I'm dead. I hate this level. I really hate this level. I don't even know where to go. I know the Chaos Emerald's up in the sky. I don't know where the platforms are. If I can get through this level, we'll probably be fine until Zone 4. Oops. Well, I think I've already lost. I'm not getting the Chaos Emerald. Unless I can find a way up? Okay, okay, that's a way up. Okay, this is what? This cloud. Okay. Where was I supposed to go? I don't even know where I was supposed to go. Okay, okay, there. We'll go here. And then up here. No. Grab that ring. I need that ring. I'm going to figure this out. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out. Okay, up here? I can't reach. Is there... Okay, good. Where do I go from here? I don't know. How are you supposed to know where to go? For Pete's sakes. Give me that... Where even am I this time? I don't even know where I am anymore. Okay, I at least have some rings. Okay, up here. What? Oh, I see. The screen was behaving funny. I don't have any rings. Okay, I need those rings. Where do I go? I don't know where to go. Where I am? I don't even know where I am anymore. Yeah, was it this cloud? I have no idea. Okay, okay. That works. Okay, okay. Might actually run out the time trying to figure this out. Most likely a die list for all the main casts. Okay, now what? I don't know what to do from here. I really don't. Just keep going. Just keep going. Game over. I died. I don't know! This is easier in the Master System version because you can at least see a little. You can't see in this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. There we go. I know where I am now. You think they could... There's the emerald! Okay, it's up there, it's up there. Okay, the emerald is up there, so we at least saw it. That's good. Ow. Sorry, Sonic, I know you won't be able to sit for a year after this, but it's a necessary evil. We gotta save Tails. Gotta be another cloud I can go on. It's right there! Where do I go? I don't know! No. Oops, I missed. Get a ring, Sonic. Get a ring. Good. You're a good Hedgie. This is the game you made me play, you guys. This is your fault. I can't find the cloud anymore. Ah, no! Was that the clown? No. Where's the clown? I can't find it anymore. Was this the clown? No? I'm confuzzled. Okay. There's gotta be another cloud I need to land on somewhere. But where? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. There's 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, Sonic immediately dies. Maybe I just don't have enough speed. Maybe I need more speed getting on there. Not like that! Oops. Okay. No. Okay, just grab one of these. This is why we need lives. I did say this would be one of the hardest stages in the game. No, stop missing, Sonic!
Tails' life depends on you!
I just need one ring. I just need one ring, okay? I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, oh, so I am. Yeah, hang on. I could probably adjust that. Where should I put my little face cam thing? I don't know. I'm just gonna crush myself over here, there. I like it on the left. There. There, I'll be tiny, but you can still see me. No, 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 no. Screen crunch. It is a killer. But I think I saw where it's supposed to be. Past the clouds here and somewhere here? Okay, how are you supposed to find that? Come on, you see the problem here? And I still didn't get the emeralds! What, is there another cloud I'm supposed to know about here? Any other Sonic game. You had to make this one. But I guess since we're here, I might as well just give just a little fun tidbit. This game is what I imagine happens pretty much immediately after the event. Maybe if I just use this, I won't need to use the springs. Maybe if I'm... Sonic, why'd you drop it? No, now we have to do it the stupid way. Oh, this is stupid. I'm somewhat different, aren't I? Oh yeah, I'm way off, of course. But yeah, this game is what I imagine pretty much happens immediately following the events of the Tales That Bond. Like after the finale, like a couple days later, this game happens. Like a... It's gotta be like a third cloud or something that I need. You're getting annoyed watching it, I'm getting annoyed playing it. It was here? Nope! No, it wasn't. But I have to get this Chaos Emerald. If I don't, Tails dies. So we're doing this as long as it takes. I missed. Ouch! I don't want to deal with this level. Oh, go away, go away. Oh, gosh. Oh, we need to get higher up than this. That's right. A little more, a little more, a little more. Okay, we can probably work with this. Sonic, go up, go up. We need to go up, please. Go up! No! How's the save state gonna help? I don't even know where to save state. This game's insulting me. I don't want to get rid of those rings because it makes it easier to see where to land on this cloud. Oh, never mind. You still jump too high. No, no, we can't go that way. Okay, here's the... Nope. Really? This game is so much easier on Master System. At least on Master System, you can see. That's the big difference. You can see. Where's the coin? You can't even see the rings. I fell. Okay. Like, if the clouds looked a little more distinct. Nope, not that. That'd be too easy. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're going here now. I don't even... Screw this, we're looking it up. I'm not dealing with this all day. It's so much easier on the Master... I mean, this Emerald is still a bit of a jerk on the Master System, but on this one... I don't know, rings don't indicate it. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. You fall there. Figure that much out. Okay, is there a third one? Oh, nope, you just gotta get good. That's it, you just gotta get good. Screw you. Where am I? Oh, no, 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 this is dead. This is death. We don't want that. We don't want death. Okay, so there's not a third one. I'm just plain bad. So, from the second one, we have to try to reach. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Where am I? Oh, this is a glutton for punishments. My goodness. Maybe I should make use of this first one. Nope, I missed! Where am I? Oh, I know where I am now. Seriously, this is the second emerald in the game. Couldn't you make this a little easier? Alright, let's see here. Nope, I missed. Okay, get back up. Here's someone like that. Again, I'm just sort of not. I just don't entirely feel comfortable asking people. Oh, yeah, you're stumped too, Sonic, aren't you? I missed. Don't know if I'll ever get it. Okay. Just gotta format a strategy here. Will that work? What do you mean that's not enough speed? What do you want? How was that not good enough? Oh great, I'm falling. Oh great, I'm falling. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. Oh, great. One more life and I have to use up my continue. I had 6 lives at the start of this. 6! Oh, screw you! No, no, no. I missed. Go. I overshot again. Oh yeah, this is torture. But again, this is the one everyone picked, so I can't get this one. I just can't get this one. Ridiculous. I'm looking this up again. There's gotta be something I'm doing wrong. Maybe you jump stay in the air longer if you hold the jump button down when landing on the cloud? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have to do a test. Okay, so I'm not holding it. 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E. No, that doesn't seem to be it. Well, yeah, but if you lose it, then the only other option is death. I can't really just rely on death. I'm on my last life here. And I don't want to fight the first boss again. I don't like the first boss. I mean, yeah, I have a continue, but... Oh, I missed. What a surprise. What a surprise. Oh, that's the wrong cloud. What a surprise. That's also the wrong cloud. What a surprise. Can't wait to get this emerald. Let this be over. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I think on the Master System version, I usually get the glider to get the emerald, but you can usually see where you're going, so it's easier to avoid running into things. Okay, I'm starting to get convinced this isn't even possible. I have no rings. Wait a minute. Okay, I got a ring. I missed! I kinda need this ring. I'm getting that ring. I don't have any rings left to utilize. Get high enough. There's no other way. You can't gain any more airtime. You can't. It's literally not possible. Should I just try making my way back to the beginning and see if the glider will respawn? I could try doing that. I don't know if there is a way to get back up to the top, though. But I'm gonna try and find out, is this normal? I don't think this is intentional. Oh, a one-up. You know what? Take the death. Take the death. We're getting the glider again. If I can get an extra life, I'll take the death at this point. Get as high as I can to avoid that stupid enemy. No! Chaos Emeralds give you a I need this emerald. If I game over again, I'm... It's 440 and I'm still on this level. Maybe I should let myself drop down. There. No! Oh shoot, well, get the extra life. Why does that one enemy have to exist? They put him there so intentionally. Okay, slow down there. Gonna try and get the win. Very good. Can't believe how deliberate you have to be with all this. Don't get hit by him. Oh my, I have to be a lot lower down when that happens. Yep, okay, I'm too low. Let's try and make my way over to the extra life. Alright, here's the extra life. At least I can do this, if I can safely make it here. Okay, so let's try and be even lower down next time. You like to subscribe to my Tales video so much, thank you. Sure you like it more than Sonic likes being in this place! Why is this one of the hardest ones to get in the game? Oh jeez. Oh jeez! Oh, that was close. Right. I want to be lower down. He was still on the screen. Oh my gosh, no. No! Oh my gosh, it lifts you up so fast! Well, that's it. I'm definitely not getting the emerald. Why are you still here? Where is this? Wait, where am I? I don't even know where I am anymore. Yeah, why at least one ring in case something happens to me on the way to the one-up. I don't even know I'm gonna beat this game. If I can just get through this one bit, get this one emerald, we should be good until Green Hill Act 2. Oh, I just full-on lost it. Is there like another one I can get somewhere? Probably not. Let's find out. Oh! Okay, I get another chance. What the actual what? I didn't even get the one up that time. I hate this game so freaking much. This is just bad design. This does not accommodate the screen crunch at all. Oh, what? What? I wish I was playing the Master System version. Up too low. Guess I gotta take the L. Unless it's possible to get back up, in which case... No? I'm gonna see if it's possible to actually get back up from where I am. Okay. I'll try this. That's right, lift me high, lift me high. Nice and high. Higher than that! This is too low. Oh gosh. Okay, I could get up to it from that direction. At this point, if I can avoid the death, I'm probably gonna try to avoid it. It kind of is. Like, why have real people when you could have AI? Okay, good. And I missed the... Unbelievable. Again, screen crunch! Oh, wait. Here. There. Okay, so I'm back up. Okay, I'm back at the beginning. Just try and get high up. I don't care. Just go as high as you can. I have no rings. Fan-flippin-tastic. Jeez, I expected to be done with this game by 5, but I'm still in 2-2 at 447. This one Chaos Emerald is just ridiculous. It shouldn't even exist. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, but I think that was the excitement, because I was gone from YouTube from a long time, and then I just suddenly returned. It's like, oh my gosh, he's back! Oh my gosh, he's doing something new! Alright. Dang it! Nope! Try it again. At least I know it is possible to get back without dying. It's just kind of difficult. I missed. But I didn't fall in the spikes at least. I missed! Ugh. This feels like it was made for the Master System. You can actually see in the Master System. And that enemy... Ugh. That enemy can go into the deepest recesses of Robotnik's laboratory. Not possible. I'm nowhere close to being done with it. I work a full-time job now, so... And I've had a lot of rehearsals for an upcoming show, so my time is kinda limited with it. Slow down. There. I don't want to catch up to him. Okay, so let's just write it down. Just down. There, okay. Because this lasts a long time, so I need a lot of time for airtime. Wouldn't you know what? I was actually too low this time. Alright then. I guess that's possible after all. Give me that ring. Why am I just learning how to do these blind jumps now? Am I really just starting to zen it that much? Okay, so I do have to push up a little there. Sonic, don't die. Please don't die. I don't even know where to go. Oh, wait, I don't know where to go. Ring. I'm running out of rings to collect if I lose them. Yeah, Well, Snow Fox is out for now, so I guess for the time being, that'll have to suffice for the time being. What? No, why? Come on! No, I don't! No, I don't. I've been at this for like 40 minutes straight. This is the... If people want Kaizo Sonic, you have it right here. This is Kaizo Sonic. I don't even know how to get past this guy anymore. Okay, first off, before I get the 1-up, I need some rings. Or a ring. Even just one ring will suffice right now. Okay, take this. There. Now let's work our way back up. Look, if the goal of this game wasn't to save Tails, I would give up on getting the emeralds at this point, but I need to save Tails, so I need this emerald. I have to push through this bolonky. I missed. Oh, I'm too low. Look at that. I'm forgetting how to get past that enemy. Yeah, I'd rather not pick up those rings. It makes it easier to see where to land there. Slow it down, slow it down. Okay, so I actually am gonna need a... Oh gosh. Is this good enough? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. No, it's not. Do it again. Gosh, this game. This is just bad design. It's really bad design. Oh, where am I? I think I know where I am now, actually. Oh yeah, I know where I am. If I was playing this on the Game Gear, the battery would die long before I even get this stupid emerald. If I was actually playing this on a Game Gear. I almost landed on him. That would have been bad. What? What do you mean that was a hit? Why couldn't people pick like Sonic 1 or Triple Trouble or even Chaos? Why did it have to be this one? Of all the games, you all picked this one. Over 1,000 of you picked it. You asked for this. Nope. Oh, and he wasn't even here that time. Come on. He wasn't even there that time. I could have gone easy on myself. This level is why we never see Sonic go skydiving in the games. Because this is too traumatizing. TikTok? Ew. I'd never want to release on TikTok. And Instagram, lost interest in Instagram a long time ago. X, I'm pretty sure that's considered a cesspool. And Kaishi, I've never actually heard of that one. I'm not really too big into social media, so I don't really use it much. Like, I've got accounts, but it's mostly just make it easier to look for, like, pictures. That's it. So, at what height should I be at for this? Is this good? Down by that cloud? Oh gosh. It's closer, but it's not quite there yet. Oh, hurry, 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 hurry. Take this ring. So it's gotta be a little lower than that. I'm getting close. No! I don't even know if there's rings to collect here anymore. Okay, there's that at least. It's not as traditional as other social media sites, no matter how much YouTube may try to make it as such. But I don't really like Instagram. X, I'm really better off staying off that. With how people tend to act on that. But I just find it more exhausting to put myself on a bunch of social media sites. I try it, and after like 3 weeks, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't commit to it. My mind just doesn't care for it. And at least YouTube, it's basically just making videos. And TikTok, I've never been a fan of TikTok since day one. Why? Why? There, okay. No! Screw you! Screw you! Are you kidding me? What does this game have against me? Like, I'm really angry right now. Alright. Yep, nope, too high! Too high! Okay, I should get the one up. How could you even tell, Tricky? I don't even know where you're talking about because there's too much to try to find. I'm gonna do all this over again. No! Okay. I've heard things about Blue Sky, but I've also sort of heard that as more people get on Twitter, it just kind of gets closer and closer to being Twitter again. I should have known better. I really should have known better. I think I know what cloud you're talking about, Tricky, and it might have been the one that I tried for the first 30 times before giving up and just doing this method. Oops. If I was to guess, Tricky, I imagine you're referring to this cloud over here. And if so, I've tried this one so many times and it has not served my purpose. See? There must be like some secret speed trick I don't know about because it's not, that one's not working for me. I have physical copies of the trilogy. Never got all the emeralds in Advance 3 though because I don't even know how to get it. I played through that entire game and didn't even unlock any characters through the entire game. I just had Sonic and Tails. I don't know if it's because I put Tails in the lead that for some reason the other characters just mysteriously did not appear, but I never found any other characters in Advance 3, let alone a single Chaos Emerald. I imagine it has to do with finding all the Chow. I can't even get this stupid cloud anymore. I thought I'd be done with this game by now. I'm not even a third of the way done with it yet. Because of this one level, I didn't realize this level was gonna be this bad. Like, I knew it was bad, but come on! This is absurd! Dang it! You're gonna die. I don't care, you're gonna die. Why? Go back. Uh-oh. I knew it. I knew that one was gonna happen. There was no avoiding it this time. Great. I might never leave this level. This is a reminder to all, if you want to play 8-Bit Sonic 2, play the Master System version. The boss music is worse, but it's 1,000 times more playable than this one. And this guy's the worst part of it all. Alright, now, is that low enough? I don't think so. Dang it. I need to be even lower, apparently. What? Why couldn't the Emerald just be in Act 1? Act 1's not that terrible. Whoa there. No. How come once you push down one time, there's no way to go back up? So you're saying there's this, and then there's another one? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, but look at the screen crunch. How are you even even supposed to find it? How are you supposed to find it? Nothing there. I must have gone too far right. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I'm gonna run out of time. Oh no. Well, I was gonna run out of time anyway. Okay, is that low enough? For heaven's sakes! Where am I? I don't even know where I am. Oh, I think I know where I am. Give me a ring. They don't even have rings to indicate where this one is. I don't know where to look. Not there. Okay. What? No. Gotta be a better way. There's got to be a better way. Oh, maybe this video? I don't know anymore. Or does he actually use the... Let me see what he does. Where is that now? Okay, how is anyone supposed to find that one? Come on! That's not possible to find. Come on, that's just mean. Here? No. Still not getting it. Like, it's so cruel that even after looking at this video, I still can't find it. Okay, so let's see. How many clouds does it pass? 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, and at that lone cloud, oh, so that makes 6. 6. It's 6. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be here. How is anyone supposed to find that one? I don't believe this? Like, what kind of a nasty joke is that? That's just downright despicable. Get me out of this level. That is so freaking stupid. At least it's over. I have a continue again. We can move on. Now, I don't even remember what kind of traps are in here. There's an enemy. Alright. Let's fight the boss. Oh, great. They jump higher than in the... I think they jump a little higher than in the Master System version. And then after destroying that, the boss appears, and he shoots homing fireballs, and... Yeah, this might be a bit harder on the crunched up screen. You have less room to dodge the fireballs. And I have to realize if I die again, I'm losing the continue I just got. I have 5 zones to go through after this, so, I'd like to start doing a little better? Okay, I need you to die. No, not like that! Great, now I have to use my continue. I don't have any more continues right now. Oh, and if anyone doesn't know, after this is the water zone. Have fun! Kill him and then kill that. Oh gosh. What? This boss is so easy on the Master System! I've got 2 lives left. I don't wanna be sent back, please. I really don't wanna be sent back. Please, please, please. Please, I don't wanna go back to the beginning, please. I'm begging you, just let me pass, please. Just gotta be a little patient with this fight, and then I'll probably be done. Yes! Oh, finally, I'm leaving this zone. Despite the next zone being a water zone, this should at least be a little easier. Aqua Lake Zone. Let's try and get some 1-ups. Alright, Sonic, skip along the water. Very good. Or do I try and get a continue and not pick up any more rings? Nah, I already got rings, so... Let's try and get a 1-up. Alright, we'll go up there. Ooh! Ooh! Alright, there. 2 extra lives. Okay, there we go, that's better. Okay, so yeah, this first act is easy. We're already done with Act 1. The end is right here. And we got a whole bunch of extra lives. Now it's time for Act 2. Thankfully, the emerald in this one is actually really easy to get. We'll enter this big tube system at one point, and all we have to do is hold left. We can't really miss this one. Hey, that's actually kind of a cool detail. They don't show the water rising like that in the Master System version. Now, let's just see if I actually remember how to progress in this area, because I might not actually quite remember. Oh, not this way, please. Okay, but I do need to find... Oh, air bubble! There we go. I think I remember a couple of sadistic jumps in this level, actually. As long as we collect rings, we'll be fine. We're gonna wait for the air bubble here. They don't really even display where they're gonna be hiding very well. Okay, so here's a mechanic where we have to ride a bubble up. This first one's kind of simple, nothing to really hurt us. We can hold up to speed up, down to slow down. And as long as we're in here, we also have unlimited air, because it's an air bubble. Alright, there's probably gonna be something stupid here that I can't foresee coming. Okay, we're gonna pop here. You've got to be kidding me. Where's the bubble? It's not gonna show up, is it? Do I actually have to? Oh, okay then. There we go. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh, I could use that. Guess I'm waiting for another one. It's not gonna come, is it? Screw you, game. Give me that. Okay, that's better. Well, at least I got knocked into a ring. Alright. Hold left, and we get the emerald. Easy as that. See, that emerald is fair. That one's fine. I have no problems with that one. Oh, and I got an extra life. Sweet. And I have a continue as well, so we're actually doing okay now. This part might actually be a little tricky, though, because there's some dashingly placed enemies, and we have screen crunch here, so gotta watch very... Oh, I kind of forgot about arrow traps. I want to take it a little slow here. Trigger that. Okay, over here. Where's next? This way? Don't it? Okay, good. Oh gosh. Woo! Now we just climb this up. And boom! Level done! There we go. Not too bad. But pretty long for a level in this game. Oh yeah, in case you haven't noticed by now, there's no checkpoints in these acts. So if you die at any point, you're going back to the start of the act. Alright, here we are. Boss act. I'd rather get up there if I can. It might be safer. Doesn't give me much time though. Oh, okay. See you later. Because at least you saw me got past the sky high zone. I guess I'll go this way. How many dangers could there possibly be? I don't trust that. Is this different from the Master System version? I don't remember all this being here. There's more space here. Alright, there. Time to face the boss, and this one shouldn't be too hard. So we just gotta hit this, and then we just bounce on him, because unlike the Master System version, if we don't, he actually will ram into us and kill us. But this boss should be very easy. See, this is all we have to do. Easy boss. Nice little breather after what we dealt with in the Sky High Zone, I must say. Okay, he's still alive. Okay, he's dead. Easy. Easy. This is overall not that difficult a zone. As far as war zones go, it's pretty easy. You just gotta get used to the floating air bubble mechanic, and the rest really isn't too bad. It's easier than Labyrinth Zone, I'll say that much. Alright, Green Hill Zone. You'd think this would be easy, but after this first act, that is where the difficulty picks up again. I'm gonna try and get as many lives as I can right now. Also, this zone is where the emeralds are gonna get hard again. I remember this Chaos Emerald being particularly nasty. But this first act is easy. Oh, and I don't know if you recognize this, but this is where the Two-Tooth Sonic Warrior comes from. They probably got it from Sonic CD, but this one did release first, so... Okay, look at all these lives. I kind of want to go back and get that life. I can't. But maybe I can do that. I want to get rid of it. Yes! 1 up! There we go. I'm gonna see if the lives can actually go beyond this point if I can. Yeah. There we go, okay. I have a lot of lives now, so... I can always try and get another one. Oh, okay. You can do anything! Alright there, got a lot of extra lives. Let's play Metal Gear Solid? I don't know, I'd probably play the 2D games first before I did that, just because it's not like the old games can be that long. Alright, now it's time to lose all my lives trying to get the Chaos Emerald, I guess. I have to try and stay on the top to get this Chaos Emerald. Thankfully, in my opinion, this is the last semi-tricky emerald to get in the game. After that, it's pretty easy to get the emeralds, if you know where to look. Do it again. I have to get up there. Oh, I don't even have to... Ooh, extra life! Oh, now if I mess up, I basically get unlimited chances for this. Except the screen crunch is probably gonna be killer for this one. Hopefully the rings help me. Okay. Okay then. Up there. We're going back. Oh, hey, I got it first try. Good. I guess it wasn't that hard to get. Okay, easy. Alright, now we go back to hatred again because this act is full of blind jumps. That's even difficult to decipher in the Master System version. This is the Game Gear version. So I should expect to die a lot. Oh, that was just lucky. And then I had to... Okay, but let's see. Does this extend beyond the 9 it shows, or... Okay, no, it's not a hard lock. Good. I guess I should have just kept pushing right. Might warrant actually looking at a map for this one, because heck, I sure don't have this memorized. And Sonic's a little slippery. And there's no extra lives here, so I've really got to be careful. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm scared. Is it alright if I look at a map? I beat the Master System before, so I don't entirely consider this cheating, but I don't want to be sent back. I just don't want to be sent back. And I don't know if it's a little different from the Master System version. Let me see here. Where am I? Oh, yeah, we're hitting the real bad part. Alright, now here comes the big screw you part. So, down this hill, and then 1, 2, 3 sets. Okay, I was able to see that one at least. Not able to see that! And if I'm correct, I think they might have made the boss a bit harder in this version compared to the Master System one, so I'm a little afraid. Oh, come on! Although, honestly, if I can get past this level, I might be okay for the rest of the game. I think. I don't know how bad Gimmick Mountain would be with the screen crunch. Look at all these lives I'm losing. Where am I? I don't even know where I was! What was this? Wait a minute, what? I don't even know where that is! Wait a minute. Huh. Okay. Ooh. Run off here, and then go there, to there, to hopefully, oh no! Oh jeez. This is why they give you so many lives in Green Hill Zone. It's to get past this. Because they knew it was poorly designed, so they were like, okay, we better give the players a bunch of lives to make up for how bad it is. That was close. So maybe if I just hold right, I'll be okay? I don't know. And, okay, come on! Oh, come on! What even is this? Are there any other? Nope, there's no safety nets. If I mess up, that's just it. Again, even on the Master System version, this is a nightmare to behold. Maybe I should just... I don't know if that's gonna be enough. It's not! Oh, I'm gonna have to use a continue. Darn it. I had so many lives! What is the matter with that part? That is so poorly designed! You can't see! I've got one other continue at least. I'm just gonna try hold right. Okay, nope, that's not gonna work. I need to slow it down or I'm gonna miss it entirely. Up to that point, I can manage. Nope. That might do it. Ah, what? What do you mean you didn't land on the... What do you mean you didn't land on the... You landed on the ground, not the spring. Why? Why? I'd rather drop down here, it's easier. Not this time! Oh gosh, this kind of makes me scared to even try moving! Okay, boss time. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. So, if the earth quakes, it means he'll go back up. Okay, I almost didn't get that hit in. Yes, okay, okay. We're done. Green Hill's over. I can't believe I have to say that so worriedly. I Bye, Sonic Man. Alright, there. Gimmick Mountain is next. I'm not likely to get so many lives anymore, so I've got to play cautiously. Okay. So, the Emerald is in Act 2 again, so... Okay, now these wheels are interesting. To speed up on them, you have to hold right on them to gain speed, so you can push yourself upward. There's nothing here. But yeah, you hold up right to speed up, hold left to slow down. That's how it works. Oh, jeez. Alright. Ooh, invincibility, I'll take it. Oh, wait, I want that. It's fine, I gotta want them. Hey, look, the minecarts are back. Where am I? Hi. Holy smokes, that's mean. If I'm quick, I can do that. There we go. Oh, more invincibility. Wait, where am I? I'm actually kind of lost. Did I just I think I just backtracked. Where am I? Wait, where do I go? I don't actually know where to go. Wait, I don't actually know where to go in this level. Wait a minute. Well, at least I know there's a 1-up that I can collect. Get that 1-up. Is there like a fake spike ball? No, I guess not. Alright then. Alright, grab this, I guess, and maybe just ride the minecart. Yeah, just ride the minecart down. That's drawn a bullet. I think this is the way to go. Oh yeah, okay, that was it. Okay, I might have overcomplicated that a bit. Alright. Now it's time to get the Chaos Emerald, which generally isn't that hard to get, but it's kind of cryptic to find. You see, to get this emerald, this is a fake wall over here. You gotta jump in there to get to the emerald. That's not a joke. You're just supposed to know to jump through a wall. Again, what were they thinking? Anyways, here's another one-up. And there's Emerald 5. See, it's easy if you know where it is. The hard part is just figuring out where it is at all. So there, that's another continue. Oh yeah, that was fair. Well, let's just find our way to the end, I guess. I did not even see him there. Probably just up this way, and then we're basically done. Oh. I didn't think there'd be any enemies here. My mistake. You punished me for rolling. And now you're just punishing me for exploring it all. Now you're punishing me for you're punishing me for doing anything. Alright there. Okay, Gimmick Mountain wasn't actually too bad. Now, time for the boss, which the screen crunch kind of makes me worried in this fight, because this is one of those projectile-based fights that come from the ceiling. So I hope it won't be too hard. I don't even know what's safe anymore. Nothing like blind jumps! Alright, well, I made it. Okay, well, we have to duck. Get off, because that's a troll death. Go back on here. Duck. And I think it's just a straight right to the boss from here. There we go. Up here. Alright, boss time. So we need him to ram into the wall. Oh, well, he didn't make any rocks up here that time. Nah, okay, that time he did. Okay, maybe this won't be too hard. One thing I do like in this game is how you're not just fighting Eggman for the bosses, you're fighting all these unique robot creations. That's something I really liked in the 8-bit games. I wish the 16-bit games kind of did that more. I mean, Sonic 3 and Knuckles did with the mini-bosses, so that's something. Alright there, I did it. But no Thomas and Friends? I've seen a bit of that when I was a kid. Okay. There. To think Sky Hill Act 2 was the worst of this game. Okay, we're up to Scrambled Egg. Now, if you don't collect all the Chaos Emeralds, this is the last zone of the game and Tails dies after this. But we've been collecting all the emeralds, and the last emerald's actually easy to get. It pops out of the boss when you kill him, but only, and I repeat, only if you've collected all the other emeralds. If you did not, the emerald won't even appear. I don't know where I should be going. Definitely not this way. I don't actually quite remember where to go here, so... You'll have to forgive me if this level takes a while. I don't actually remember where to go. Oh, of course you return! Oh, okay. That's a simple matter of just going up. I'm gonna go this way. So at the very least, I don't even have to worry about searching for Chaos Emeralds this time. I just have to beat the boss and grab it. This is one of those guessing game type things. Well, I got a 1-up. And I think I actually am supposed to go this way. No, that was wrong. But I got a 1-up at least. Hello to Sonic. In the games, he's generally 15. In the Tales of the Bond, he's 9. Alright, so I want to go left. Yeah, over here. I'm gonna hold up because I think that's where I have to go. Oh, okay. Oh, another 1-up. Sweet. Okay. And then I think I go up here? Alright, another maze. I don't actually know which way I'm supposed to be going here, so... This is trial and error here. But there's no serious punishment for failing, at least. Okay, up was not the way to go there. Oh, right, it's down first. At least there's nothing to kill me here. Then right, then down and left. There we go. Did it. Yes, he is. Sonic didn't have an easy life either. That's why he's so firm in believing in justice. Like real justice. Alright, so. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'm at least not dead. But those bomb guys will probably respawn now. Yeah. Maybe if I let them there, that'll make it easier to... Another one. And I'd love to be able to get up there. Where does this take me? Oh gosh. No, how is that fair? How is that fair? Come on! Probably shouldn't have done that. Can I cheese this? Yeah, I can. There, I just cheesed the level. I really don't care anymore. Oh, an extra life. How? Well, this is oddly generous. I'll take it. I might need every life I can for the true final boss. There we go. Okay, then. Is there even anything I can do? I think I... Oh my gosh, I think I actually have to die. Yeah, wow. Why? That's just despicable. If you survive, at least give a way to get out. But at least I know I can cheese this level a little. What do you mean you're back alive? I barely moved the screen. Then we skip you. And we're gonna cheese the level because screw it. We're cheesing it. Go back up, go back up. There we go. I can technically grind up lives this way. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So this time, I know, just don't move there. That's a troll. Why? Well, I guess that's why you can grind the one-ups. Because of more unfair stuff. This is the only reason they have these random sections where you get a bunch of lives. Because they make these unfair sections and realize it's unfair, so they decided to do a band-aid solution. It's probably bad. Oh no, he's not. Okay, cool. Might as well try and get to the end. There's not too much left to the game. There's one more zone after this, but it's generally not super difficult. Except for, well, the final boss. The final boss is hard. I need to hold down, not left. It just goes by so fast that it's hard to really see what's going on. And he's back. There must be two of them or something. Because that's happening too constant for it to just be a glitch. I mean, it doesn't happen with this one or this one. No, we're going this way. See, Sonic, this way's better. Oh, well, I got another one up, but now I don't actually know where I am. Can I just go this way? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, okay, I'm back. And I still got another one up. I just couldn't get two this time. Alright, so this time, hold down? Well, that is cryptic. I don't even know what I just did. But that's cryptic. But okay, we made it. Alright, Act 3. And thankfully this boss is really easy, because as long as you're in ball form, you cannot get hurt by this boss. So this boss is actually going to be really easy. I think there's still an enemy to worry about on this level on the way over. Okay, just ride it up. Okay, that's just downright mean. That's just downright mean. You don't do that. Come on. Left a little less. Okay, there. At least there's nothing to hurt me here. Oops. That was wrong. Look. Oh. Nope. Okay, good. Now we get up there and... What? What? how do I get up there? I guess like that. Whoops, didn't make it. There we go, boss time. And the boss is... a prototype Metal Sonic. See, as long as you're in ball form, his attacks don't hurt you. So you can just keep doing stuff like this. Just gotta remember to be under him once he's dead, or else I don't get the emerald. And there we go! That's all the emeralds! So we get to go to the final zone to save Tails. Good. I'm actually gonna beat the Game Gear version in this game, my goodness. Crystal Lake Zone. For some reason, the zone is a lot happier. Despite that, there is still stuff to kill you, of course. But it's weird how after such a dramatic fake final zone, the real one is this happy-go-lucky, bright, fun-looking place. Alright, I don't trust that spring. See? Spikes! I knew not to trust it. Oh, that's the first act, okay. Oh, and there's no emeralds in this zone, so we have nothing to worry about. Yeah, this game has 6 emeralds. This was before the Genesis Sonic 2, so the concept of 7 emeralds wasn't actually established yet. Alright, Act 2. The last leg leading up to the final boss. I'll take that extra life. And I've got a few continues too, so should be in pretty good standings actually right now. No, you don't. Alright. So these things have confused many a player, but it behaves just like the wheels in the Gimmick Mountain. You have to hold right, and you'll speed up your momentum. Okay, that was weird. There we go. Now we're in this weird looking place. And there's an extra life right here. Very nice. Alright, let's get up here. I don't actually know how much longer this stage is. I don't even know if this is where I'm supposed to be. I was trying to jump. Whoop! I doubt I'm gonna get enough rings for another life, so I'm just gonna try and make my way to the end. Oh, well, I definitely won't now. Oh, invincibility. Wait a minute. I'll take it. Just in case something else trollish comes my way. Like that! Oh, that's it! Alright, it's time for the final boss. The only thing left between Sonic and his little brother Tails. This is Eggman.
Save me, Sonic! I'll save you, Tails!
But with Screen Crunch, this boss is bound to be a nightmare, because now we won't even be able to see his attacks. Okay, that was just me being greedy, I admit. This boss might take a while. Okay, I'm gonna hide in. No, go back in. We need to wait for the attacks to end so that we can go back in. And then, yeah, patience is your best friend in this fight. You just want to be patient. Until you know it's safe, you don't go out. It may not be the most fun this way, but if you want to win, you gotta play the game. Eggman created a chamber that works on Sonic's worst trait, lack of patience, so we're gonna make sure Sonic stays patient. Of course, there's no signal when the attacks are actually going to come, so... You could see more in the Master System version, per usual. Oh my gosh. They really should have made all the sprites a little smaller in this version. They really should have. Okay, that was close. Oh, it was still there, whoa. I wasn't prepared for that to happen. Again, there's not really enough warning for these attacks, so if you're just in the field when it starts, you're just kinda screwed. We're really gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait till that lightning attack strikes again. There we go. Yeah, it is, but this is an old game, so you have to expect they weren't really thinking about that back in the day. Oh gosh! Get back in, Sonic! How much health does he have? How many more times do I have to hit him? Next time better be the last time. Whoa, he's still alive. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the lightning strike again. Okay. That's it! He's dead! Well, defeated. I beat the Game Gear version. Oh my, I actually did it. How half of that was Sky High Act 2.
Got away. Everything all right now? No, little buddy. We better get out of here fast. Right. Come on. Woo!
Oh, it's finally over. That was torture. Okay, but it's done. Tails is alive. I did not let him permanently die. I do not have to cancel the Tails that bond. What? It's over though. Thank goodness. The Master System version isn't that bad, but this Game Gear version, the screen crunch is a pain. Even outside of Sky Hill 2 and Green Hill 3, there's quite a few times where you can't really see what's below you, so you have to take like a blind leap of faith, because the game wasn't adapted enough to accommodate the Game Gear's tiny screen. This is unlike Sonic 1, where they truncated the screen down from the Master System version very well. You could generally see everything coming your way. This really messes it up. It ends up being one of the hardest Sonic games, but not necessarily for the right reasons. It's such a broog. If you're going to play this, find a Master System copy. The Master System version is alright. It's not one of the better Sonic games. In terms of 8-bit Sonic games, pretty much every other one is better. Even Sonic Blast, which I'll admit isn't as good as many of the other Sonic games, but it's more playable than this one. But I say Tails, in the hardest version of the game, I proved that I did not want to let this little guy down, because he means too much to me. That's the reason I kept playing. I probably would have stopped at 5 o'clock otherwise, but I wanted to save Tails. I didn't want him to be left for dead. And Sonic wouldn't allow that either. Sonic would kill me if I did that. But you know I care about Tails too much.
That is true.
And you. So instead of Tails in the starry sky signifying he's dead, even though you could still kind of see the headshot in him, this now represents the two of them to be together as buds forever. But you can basically still see the headshot in Tails' head. It's basically a headshot. But there, he's not dead. And I actually beat the Game Gear version of Sonic 2, something I never thought I would do. Never. You still get a game over for your efforts, though. We're done. That's it. I'm done. This stream is over. I did not even want it to last this long, but Sky High was so jerkish, I had no choice. If it wasn't for that, I probably could have had this game finished by, like, 5. So, that's the stream. I hope you have all enjoyed. This was quite torturous. I'm quite glad to be done with the Game Gear version. I don't think I'm ever going to play the Game Gear version of this game ever again. Master System version superior. But honestly, if you're going to play Sonic 2, just play the Genesis Sonic 2. It's a much better game. And you get to play as Tails! But, this game was the first release to introduce Tails to the world, so... And it starts off by having to save him, so... He was always the little bro that Sonic had to save and protect. Always. There we go. We're done. Enjoy your day. I've only got this weekend to animate before I enter Tech Week for the musical I'm in and lose like 95% of all the time I could have for it. Until next time, though, this has been TailsFan109. Have a nice day. Goodbye.